Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. December is here and snow is on the way. Hopefully we can get some things done before the snow hits. It should be coming pretty darn soon actually. I think 10 o'clock is when they're kind of forecasting it, so I may have an hour or so before the snow hits. And I want to get the grass mowed before then so I can feed the sheep and put the rest in the silo bunker because the silo bunker is now empty. I'm now selling the last of the silage that we had. And you can see the money going up. We're going to be just shy of 145,000. So 143,559 is currently what we have. But we're going to be coming back down here pretty shortly. I got to drop off this trailer, pick up our auto-loading trailer. We're going to pick up the tomatoes and the eggs. And everything is being sold right where we just sold the silage at the farm shop is offering the best price because those are perishable items and we are selling those today. I think the eggs are still going for a pretty decent price as I'm cruising along here as we're looking at the store page. Farm shop, $13.37. So not as bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse. I mean, yeah, November's the best month, right? November is the best month to sell eggs. Yeah, we're in the month of December, so prices are starting to drop, and we'll be selling the tomatoes, right here at the farm shop for $5.28. Actually, Lord of the Wings is actually offering a better price, but I'm going to try to load everything up and just go down to the farm shop and sell it. A couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. Not going to matter that much. We did get the second cotton field plowed in the month of November. Frank did a nice job. He got that done. Francine, Frank's daughter, is now plowing the last field apparently. She's the one that hopped into the T6 when I told them to get to work. So she's currently plowing the last cotton field. So that should be done today. But after we get done selling the tomatoes and the eggs, we'll be grabbing the Fendt one more time. Heading on down to the shop and we're buying mowers. That's right, we're buying the mowers. I did go over and take a peek at the other grass field where the cow barn's going to be. That field is not ready to be cut at all. It just still says growing. There is grass there. It is technically more than germinated. It's actually growing. But it's not high enough to actually harvest. Not that I think I would have time today because like I said, it's supposed to start snowing in about an hour. But it shouldn't take us that long to mow the grass, and then I will have to grab the loading wagon and load it up and put it into the silage bunker. Compact it today and possibly sell it in the month of January. Actually, I probably will sell it in the month of January because I'm not going to hang on to it for too long because the best price is now or January, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'll try to compact it today and possibly sell it tomorrow. A bigger trailer would be nice selling all the silage, but we're getting pretty close to where we're not going to sell the silage anymore. We're going to hang on to it because we're going to have cows, within like maybe 9-10 months or so. So I'm just going here to make sure we did get everything. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, I need to return that belt. That's the only thing I always do when I come to leasing. Sometimes I forget I lease things and I leave them there. And then next thing you know, I get charged overnight. Let's return that. And while we're here, we'll just take a peek at the store. This was on sale yesterday. This is a Kuhn seed drill modded by Stevie, but we don't need that because it's only a 6 meter wide. And I got plenty other things I need to buy. We got a drill, so we're all set. A planter would be good. If a decent sized planter came up, then maybe I'll look into it, but there's a lot of things that we need to buy. I kind of went over about the cows, what we need to buy. There's a lot of stuff that we need. Yeah, we need to buy a lot of stuff for the cows. And I cannot wait for the clothing to come in next year. As for the clothing, we don't have 1,000 liters of clothing yet. Yeah, it's going to be a slow process, I think. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of clothes. I could need to back that in a little bit further. I'm hoping for a good amount of clothes next season. Potentially we should end up with like 30,000, but I don't think all 30,000 is going to happen by the time it comes to sell. I think in April is a high time for clothing. Let's come over here and grab our autoloader because I don't have that much time to get things done this morning before the snow hits. Right there. Alright, still should be on the Euro pallets, I do believe. So let's come over here. I don't think there'll be anything in storage. Pop those on here. Put the tomatoes at the bottom, eggs on top. It's almost like I'm getting ready to make an omelet or something like that. Let me just double check here. Anything in storage? Wait, these are 500 liters, right? Yeah, so I should get another. There it is. Never mind. It popped out. It got delivered. All right, there we go. And we don't have many eggs to deliver either, but you know what? It's still going to be a couple grand worth of eggs there. We did get also our 8 more sheep. So now we have 24 sheep. So they'll be making some wool for us. I could bring the wool down to the spinnery and help make more fabric, because actually the tailor shop, which makes the clothing, is making the clothes faster than it's getting the fabric. I actually thought about maybe shutting down the tailor shop just for a bit. It's like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it running. Just keep it running, because that way it'll keep up all the time making clothing. That way when April comes, I'm hoping we'll at least have like about 20,000 liters. 20,000 liters? That's not right. Yeah, 20,000 liters. No, that's not right. Is it? Sure. What was my math? Yeah. I think we're supposed to get like 300,000 liters, right? I forgot my math already. Let's see. Half of that is 80. Half of that, yeah, pretty close around there. I don't know. I shouldn't be doing math right now. My brain's not. My brain wasn't ready for math. I was told there'd be no math today, and now I'm trying to do math, and I shouldn't. Now let's get down to the farm shop, sell this stuff, and then bring this trailer back. Then another trip on down to the shop, because we are buying some mowers. Give me that good cash. Hoping for like 5 grand. Is that too much to ask for? It might be. Actually, it may not be. Get me over 150. There we go. At least for the time being, anyways. Alright, well, okay, so 7,185 buckaroos. That's always good. I still got to keep in mind, though, we still have a $100,000 payment on our loan to make. But since our loan interest is only like $333 a night or a month, we can survive on that for a little while. All right, we're going to bring this trailer back. I'll meet you back down the store, and we are going to buy the mowers that this Fendt will be operating here very soon. While we're down here, we need some diesel to go into this Fendt because, well, getting a little bit low on it. So let's go ahead and top off. That way we are good to go. It'll be a little bit more expensive than when we fuel the T6 because this probably has a bigger tank on it. I will be putting down a fuel station, if you will, at the farm at some point here, probably in the springtime, maybe after we sell the clothes and get a decent amount of cash. $582 for diesel today. Alright, so while we're here, let's just go into the store. Mowers, right on here. These will not be on demo because the store told me they will do what we're asking them to do. These are the Vicon. These are a mod that you can get right in the Giants mod hub. And there are 2 different designs you can go with. You can have the Vicon or Curvedy Land. I can never Curvedy Land. Sure. We're gonna go with this one right here because I can say Vicon. So get the Vicon. These are 10.2 meter wide, 13 miles an hour working speed. Requires 240 horse. And we do have the Vario BX on it. What that allows us to do is put it into a swath. It's $20,000 extra, but you know what? We need those. We're going to go ahead and buy those. And then we're going to buy its little brother for the front. And it still leaves us $53,000 in the bank account. So that's pretty darn good. So let's go give this set a good workout here before the snow hits. I hope before the snow hits. And hydraulic hoses. And I just realized I forgot there's no PTO shaft on the front of this. Yep, I'm an idiot. Well, we got the mower set. The reason why I know I will put in the swath is I tried it, but the problem is I didn't try it on this map. I went back to Elm Creek and I tried them. Like, yep, this set will work, but I completely forgot about the PTO shaft on the front of the Fendt. I wonder if the T6 can handle it. It'll be asking quite a bit of it. So if I do want to use the mower set, I got it now. I don't really have a tractor. Unless the T6 can handle it, that is going to be the question. 240 horse, that's asking quite a bit. Well, I'm not sure if the T6 is going to like this at all, but we're going to give it a try here. I think I'm asking too much of it. And we'll lower that down. Alright, front mower we know is not a problem. This set here could be. Alright, and if I hit Control Y, that should put those bars back down. We'll put it into a swath mode. Alright, we'll turn them on. And she's cooking. That's as far as we're going to go. Yeah, the T6 does not have the power to do this whatsoever. Yeah, way underpowered. Alright, kind of expected that in a way. That's fine. We'll make this work. For now, anyways. Yep, then the PTO shaft. Attach that. And we'll just go forward a bit here. And how about if you turn it off first? And detach that. Alright, I'm going to put you back on plowing duties. And we're just going to mow the field with the Fendt and the butterfly mower in the back. Well, this is going to look rather weird having the front mower on and not being able to mow with. I can't believe I made that mistake, but then again, I can also believe I made that mistake because I've done it many times before on other tractors I had that didn't have the front PTO shaft. I've done it a couple times on Wither Farms. I have a T8 on that one, a modded T8 that doesn't have a front PTO shaft, and I've done that a couple times. But for now, we'll get away from doing it like this. But that means, like, next season when it comes time to mow the grass, this is a setup I currently have. The T6 we know can't do it. The Fendt can, but it's just I'll just have to make different types of trips around the field. It'll be fine. It'll be kind of okay. But today we don't have much choice, so we'll go ahead and just do it this way, I suppose. At least we'll be able to feed our sheep. We'll get what little grass that we do get out the field because the grass is not fully grown. It's probably like the first stage where we can harvest it. But at least we'll get some grass / silage out of it to sell possibly tomorrow. Won't be a whole lot, but it'll be good enough. Might as well go ahead and use it because when winter hits and next year comes, yeah, the grass will be kind of down to nothing, so might as well go ahead and use it. So as we can see, the back butterfly mower does what we want it to do. It puts it into a single swath in the back. I'll still get the field done quicker than when I had just the one mower before. So now what I gotta do is go where that one swath is to cut that grass. And get the grass on the right hand side. Yeah, it's going to look a little funny, but it'll get the job done. Well, this isn't working out too bad. Yeah, it could be better. But, you know, I goofed, so there's nothing we can really do about it at this point. I mean, this mowing set will be a good set once we can use it properly, but it's doing the job well enough for now. And I think I can get by until we get a third tractor on the farm. Maybe not next year, but maybe the year after that. We'll have to see how it goes next year, because I'm fully focused on getting everything we need for the cattle, and it's going to bring it, you know, we're going to have to spend a lot of money on that. I did think about, while I was mowing, I could trade in the T6, but there's a couple reasons why I don't want to. One, that was our first tractor, so I was like keeping my first tractor I get on a farm throughout the whole time I'm there. Two, the T6 isn't worth much now anyways. It's like worth 30 grand. So to buy a tractor that's got 240 horsepower, I'm only going to get 30 grand for the T6. That means I have about 80,000 to play with. I can't even buy another T6 with a 175 horsepower engine for 80,000. So then I thought about trading in the fence. I'm like, well, the fence brand new. Well, it's brand new to me. I bought it used. It already has 30 hours on it. So I don't think this fence is going to be worth a whole lot either. And I kind of want to keep the fence on the farm for the main reason it's got a lot of horsepower on it. So if something were to come up for sale in the store, I really don't have to think too much about horsepower requirement, because the fence should be able to do it, unless it requires a PTO shaft on the front. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it works out great. I mean, this is working out better. It is saving me half the time, because I only got 2 mowers instead of just the one. It looks a little weird the way I got to cut the grass, but it works out fine anyways. So who knows, maybe by next year something will come up for sale in the store and we'll get lucky, or, you know, we'll sell so many clothes and we get all the stuff for the cows and whatnot. Because the tractor I'm thinking about getting for our third tractor, if nothing else comes up for sale, is that McCormick that I was looking at before the Fendt came up for sale. So, oh, I just turned the mower off by accident. So I would like to go back and possibly buy that McCormick. I think it was like, was it 300 grand? We'll have a look at it here in just a moment to see what it was. But we did lease the McCormick, and we just haven't got lucky to get the McCormick to come up for sale in the store. I really haven't got too lucky. I know a lot of people said, oh, it seems like when I lease something within a day or two, it comes up for sale in the store. I really haven't had that kind of luck. So, but overall, I got lucky with a Fendt, right? I mean, this is a nice tractor, other than the PTO shaft on the front. But we'll get by with what we got here. I mean, I'm happy with the mowing set. Like I said, I tested on Elm Creek, and I just kind of forgot because I used one of the tractors already had an Elm Creek one when I just left the map there. Elm Creek has become my testing map when I want to test a mod or just test something out in general. And this mowing set, which I tested out before I decided to put it on here, I'm like, well, it says it goes in the swath. Let's see if it actually does. And it does. So it's all good. The other good thing is, right now it's almost 9:30, and I don't want to say it, but it hasn't started to snow yet. But the good thing is we'll have the grass cut. Because I just got one more pass. One more pass to do here, and we're all set. Yeah, one more pass, and we should be good to go. Then it's got to pick it up, which could be a problem with the loading wagon. If it starts to snow as I'm trying to pick up the grass, the loading wagon is not going to pick up the snow, but when I'm going back and forth, when the loading wagon is empty, it might fill up with some snow. So that could be a little bit of an issue. Alright, so now the other issue is I got to start finding some place to put this equipment. I'm running out of space. Now, I was kind of hoping today with the money that we had, I'm like, well, we can buy the mower. And I thought I'll be going over to where the cow barn's going to go, and I thought I was going to be putting down a couple of sheds here and there, but is this mowing set going to fit in there? Wait a minute. Do I want to put the mowing set in front of the fertilizer spreader? Yeah, it's going to now because I don't have a tractor to move it. Is this going to fit? Yes, it just barely fits under. And I really don't have anything to fertilize currently. Was I hitting there? I think I was hitting that beam right there. I'm like, I can't be all the way back. And then I was like, you might be hitting. And I am. Cables, PTO shaft. Let's drop the mower down. And we'll grab the loading wagon. Yeah, this shed is a nice shed. The problem is when I put it down not that long ago, it's like, well, now we got plenty of space. And then within a year, here we are with a whole bunch of equipment in here. Oops, got stuck on the back wheel there for a second. And down it goes. So it seemed like when I mentioned last episode, we'll be selling the perishable items. We won't be holding on to them for a year. Probably won't be every month, but at least every other month. No, cables. Thank you. No, stop it. Cables. PTO shaft. There we go. Now I'm all set. Yeah, a lot of you seem to be happy by selling the eggs and tomatoes and all that kind of stuff at a reasonable more time frame. Now let's go ahead and pick up the grass. This is not going to be a great harvest here because the grass was not really that tall to begin with. But mainly it's for the sheep, and whatever we got left, we're just going to go ahead and put in our silo bunker, compact it, possibly sell it tomorrow. I shouldn't say possibly, I probably just will because we're at the peak season for silage. So I'll just sell it anyways. You know, I may get 20 grand, so that'll work out well enough. And I probably should have kept that belt. I did that again. I'm just goofing around quite a bit here today. Not thinking clearly. And it happens. It's been like that all day for me anyways. Work was, real life work was kind of difficult today. One of those days to where it's just like, yeah, it's just going to... You just know those days when you wake up and every little thing just doesn't seem to kind of go the way it should. And the harder you try, it seems like the more difficult the day seems to get. That's been my kind of day. But it's always good to get on back home, jump on the PC, flip on some Twitch channels I occasionally watch when I have dinner, and then just dive right into whatever I'm going to record that evening. Alright, so they should take a good amount of this grass. And originally I was thinking I was going to make some hay and do all that, but I was like, you know what? It's only one cut this year, and I'm hoping we can get to March. Okay, you guys didn't take as much as I thought you would. And hopefully something will come up for sale during the winter months, maybe? You know, all the farmers are done using whatever they're using, so maybe they'll return stuff to the store. And the store will have some stuff for us to buy over the winter. So to make hay, I'm going to need a tedder. And then I'm going to need a windrower anyways to put that into a swath, and then eventually a baler. So, I mean, there's a lot of equipment I can drive through in the first one, so I don't want to try to back in. I haven't gone over what my cost for the cows is going to be just yet. But it's going to be expensive. It will be close to $250,000 that we need. Time we put down the cow barn, manure pit, slurry pit, the tedder, the windrower, a baler, a feeding wagon, I'm pretty sure I'm missing a couple things here and there. I am going to pick up the rest of this later on, but I do want to place down something. So we're going to jump right on over to, well, I can't jump over. Closest thing I got is a biomass heating plant, which is the only thing we sell there is our wood chips. I cannot put down the cow barn because the cow barn is just a little bit too expensive. That's 75 grand. It's too bad I can't put down... I would like to be able to put down like a ghost image of something. So I can kind of, you know, like, oh, this is where right now I would like to be able to put down a ghost image of the cow barn, even though I can't afford it. And then, okay, this is where I want to put this, and this is where I want to put that. And this is our other grass field that we made this past fall. And you can see it's growing. It was not ready for harvest yet. And it won't be now probably until May. But what we are going to do, and it seems a little bit off to do so. I may change my mind where I want to put the cow barn, but I do want to put it over there. But I think we're going to put down a shed over here. So if I do end up buying some stuff, I have a place to put it. Let's go over here and see what we got for sheds here. Construction. There we go. Let's go to sheds. And what are we looking for that's kind of on the cheap side here? This is what we currently got right here. This is only 12,000. This is 20,000. What is... Ooh, that is a big shed. And it's only 20,000 for that? That is a big shed for 20 grand. But if I were to put it here, so this shed's not only going to be just for the cows. We're going to have a couple of sheds over here because eventually we're going to have our olive grove or vineyards over here as well. So this is where we're going to have like another second farm, if you will. That's why we're kind of putting it over here. What else other sheds do I currently have here? That's 5,000. This is the bale shed. That's going to be over by the cows. This is 35. That is rather on the big side. No, I remember that one from Griffin, Indiana. Don't quite like that shed. Here's one. This is only 10,000 for this? Do I want to put down these sheds? I mean, there's nothing wrong with these sheds. I just don't know if it's my taste and kind of like what we're going for here. I do like the Elm Creek. I always say Elm Creek because that's the name of the other map. Elk Mountain Modding sheds here. So it'd be like a drive-through with a drop-off point. So I think I'm going to put it this way. I think this is the way I want to put it. Whoop, don't land on me. I always stand too close when I'm trying to place this stuff down. I do have a tree that's kind of in the way, so... Actually, I got more than a couple trees. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and place it with that tree there. I can take care of the tree later on. So it's going to cost me 4 grand for landscaping. Oh, wow. I did not know that the land was that uneven. Oh. It looked really level to me. I was like, why is it costing 4 grand? That's why. You can see how much of the ground it took out here. Alright, so it's there. I'll have to do some landscaping later on. That's not too bad. It'll be easy for me to cut down the tree, though. I can definitely take care of that. That'll be no problem. We'll have to smooth it on out. So this will be like our starter shed for over here, mainly for the cows and such, even though the barn's going to be over there. But we can put like a lot of our grass cutting equipment over here. The other grass field, I'm not sure if I'm going to leave that there or turn that into another kind of a, maybe we'll plant some cereal crop into it or something else. Who knows, and just have this as a grass field, because there should be plenty of grass for our cows for the first couple years, I would think. So I can make like half the field, we can cut like half the field as grass and make silage, and then make the other half of the field into hay, because we will get about 3 cuts in per year. So I can start moving like my mowing stuff, so like the windrower, tedder, the mower set can go over here, and all that stuff. And eventually I'll have another shed down over here as well. And like I said, in these fields over here, well, they're not really there, but I'm thinking like the vineyard. I mean, if we're going to go with vineyards and olive groves, I think they got to be rather big. But as we know, that can get rather expensive to place them on down at the beginning. So just planning for the future to have more sheds over here and a second farm. So yeah, got some landscaping here to do. I got to take down, let's go ahead and take down this tree, because that looks kind of silly with that tree pointing up through. Oh, that was green there for a second. Where are you? Oh, I had it there again. Come on. Oh, and how low can I go here? How low can you go? Really? Am I too far away? Let's get closer. Oh, there we go. And I should fall to my left. Until it gets stuck into the tree. Or until it gets stuck into the shed. There we go. Now it's free. This could be... I'll probably run into that a couple times. But anyways, there is a start. I wanted to get something built over here today. And when I saw how much the mower was going to be, which I goofed on that because of the fence. But we'll figure something out. Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead, because I just thought of it again. Where is that McCormick? I think it's a medium tractor. And it's way... It might be this one right here. So right now it's 220 and 264 horsepower, but I can eventually put in a 310 horsepower engine. So if I go with the cheapest engine I should say, 264 horse, and yes, it has a PTO shaft in the front, and it has one in the rear, so we're good to go there. Yeah, it can definitely go, and I do like the darker red. I think it's a crimson kind of a color red on it. I do like that color. So we're looking at about $220,000 for that. Well, I think after we sell the clothing in April is the high time. And of course, we'll be selling our furniture in June/July. I think we can do that. I think we can definitely go ahead and do that. 264 horsepower, 240 for the rear, and whatever it is for the front. That should be able to handle it. So maybe look for the McCormick on the farm here in the very near future, because as we know, January and February we're just going to skip. I will compact the grass down. Let's get back over here. We'll be picking up the grass here. I'll put it into the silo bunker. I'll compact it and I sell it. The reason why I don't show me selling the silage is just me going back and forth, like about when we get to 240,000 liters. It's like 16 trips back and forth. Just me going back and forth selling silage. So not much going on there. Just rather, it takes me like 45 minutes to go back and forth. Back and forth. Load up a silage, go down and sell it. Back and forth. How you, I guess it could be ladies and gents over here. We are doing rather good on the wool here. So when we get a full herd of sheep, I think this one holds 100 sheep in this pasture. When we get a full herd, they're going to be making wool rather good. And every 4,000 liters of wool equals 1,000 liters of clothing, which sells for $10,000. So that is going to be some good cash when we can. Looks like you guys are doing fine on the water. So I need to get back to picking up the grass, get that covered up. The snow should be here. Where's the weather? The snow should be here at 10 o'clock. And it's going to snow... Oh, wow. The rest of the day. The rest of the day. So, you know what? I'm going to turn the speed down to half times. Just because I know what's going to happen. Every time I unload into the silo bunker and start driving out here, I'm going to get like a liter of snow in the trailer. And then I'm going to have to empty it before I can start picking up the grass and put that in there. Let's go over here and see how Frank is doing. At first it was Mrs. Frank over here, but then But I'll swap in the tractors around. It might be Frank over here now. Well, that doesn't look like either of the Franks, honestly. But they're getting the job done. And it gets rid of the weeds. I do have to pick up the stones as well, but I'll probably do that in March. We can plant the oats in March as well. So I have to pick up these stones and bring them on over. We got 3 fields to do it in, but with that new bucket, it won't take me that long. Hopefully. We should get a good amount of stones there and some lime. And convert that, and then I can lime. This field over here needs some lime. The other fields should still be fine. I don't think we've done that many harvests, right? So they should be fine. Let's take away the rolling. Yeah, so the only field that needs lime are the grass fields. This one here and this one over here. I think about another year or so, and these fields all will need some lime to go along with it. So, yep, we'll slowly get those rocks, make some lime. Eventually, I'll probably just skip the plowing. But we're going down the road quite a bit because then I'll have to get herbicide and such to take care of the weeds. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for the video in the month of December. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pick this grass up, compact it, sell it in the month of January. And that's all I'm doing in the month of January is selling that. And then, of course, February, nothing going on there. And then I'll see you in March. In March, we will be selling first thing, the eggs and the tomatoes. So, yeah, the perishable items are going to have to be here until March. But, yeah, we're going to go, like I said, sell them not every month, but at least every other month to at least go along that path there. And that'll be the same for other perishables like the bread. Clothing we can hang on to, furniture we can hang on to, and yeah, we should be all set. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land, but until then, have a good one.